Now, they've performed across the world and even for royalty, actually, but for two classically trained guitarists, the pandemic forced them to refocus their musical talents.
Yes, with gigs cancelled and venues closed for the foreseeable future, Will Cashel and Ben Bruin took to the performing in the garden of a different key worker every Friday throughout lockdown.
It's absolutely lovely. This last night they played for Eamonn Sullivan. He has been the chief nurse at London's Nightingale Hospital. Have a look at this. Delighted to say Will and Ben join us now from Farnborough, and Eamonn, who's in Reading. Hi, how are you all? Thank you so much for being up and about. How was that, Eamonn, for you? Was it a complete surprise?
It was an absolute surprise. We were nominated by some of our friends, Gary and Naomi, and we got a call saying Will and Ben were coming to our garden. So it was magical, really, really special. Thank you.
And tell us who else was in the garden with you there.
So my wife, Eamonn, who's a speech therapist, and my little boy, Finn and Maya.
Yeah, and what is it kind of, because it comes out of the blue, had you planned your Friday night? Did you sit down with a glass of wine in your chairs, or how does it work?
Well, it was a special day yesterday because it was my little boy's last day in primary school. So we had an event with all the parents, and this was a little surprise, a little additional surprise for them. But we did have a glass of wine, of course.
Well, it sounds perfect. So, Will, Ben, what a lovely idea. Do you just take us back a step? When you first thought of the idea, I mean, where did that come from, and what was the first gig like?
So initially, we were doing a thing called Friday Night Flamenco, and this was an opportunity for us to do a live stream. Like many musicians in our position, all our work was effectively cancelled, and we started doing these Friday Night Flamenco gigs every single week at 8 o'clock. And then we thought, what would be a good way for us to, so many people are doing amazing work, and we thought, how can we give back and do something great for them? And we came up with Gig in Your Garden, basically.
Yeah, and I imagine along the way, and we're seeing some more of the images there, has it been quite an emotional journey? Because I can see that, delight. People would be delighted, but I imagine maybe a few emotions knocking around, people who are working in quite difficult circumstances you're playing for.
It's been really wonderful. We've had great reactions from everybody. It's been incredibly enjoyable for us as well to turn up to people's houses and really, say thank you. Not, on behalf of everybody, really. It's been really, really fun. We've enjoyed every minute of it.
Is Ben allowed to talk?
Allowed to talk, yes, of course.
Go on, Ben. Well, how's it been for you? Because it just must be so nice to be able to, as a performer, just to see the people who are listening to what you're doing.
Yes, of course. At the beginning of the lockdown, as we explained, we did a lot of online gigs, and you're performing in front of a screen. And as a musician, you're a musician because you love performing for people. You love that communication with people when you play a gig. And so we really missed that. So now with Gig in Your Garden, we find this back. And people are always really, really happy for us to come and play for them. They always have a great time. It's really informal. We're in the garden, you have great, really nice. And have a good time. So it's really good for us.
I absolutely love the music. I think it's beautiful. Eamonn, if I can just ask a bit about your job and your role and how it's changed. Clearly, at the height of the pandemic, so much pressure to get these Nightingale hospitals up and running and to be ready if needed. And then they've been, well, I don't know if mothballed is the right phrase, but they're still there, potentially ready for use, aren't they? How complicated has that been to manage?
Yeah, that's right. So my day job, I'm the chief nurse in the Royal Marsden, and I helped kind of set up the London Nightingale at the back end of March, and yeah, they are at the moment, not necessarily mothballed. There's 7 Nightingales across the UK. They're on standby, ready for us to jump back in if we need to, and that's absolutely the right thing to do. And there's some very clever people working across the UK to see what utility they might have in the interim to support the local NHS health economies across England.
Well, good luck, Eamonn, with your work, and I know it's not been the easiest times for people in your profession, so thank you very much. And Will, Ben, you're giving a lot of people lots of joy at the moment, which everyone needs. Thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers. Yeah.